I'm DJ Dez Andrés, La Vida Records, Mahogany Music, formerly of Slum Village, you know, formerly of Ozo Motley, if you can go back that far. Listening to the radio in LA, in California, and just what was going on around me, which was hip hop in terms of, you know, b-boying, really big, and being in California, of course, pop locking movement, seeing that, and then of course the music that they was dancing to, and all the visuals that came along with it, the early visuals, everything from, you know, breaking to Buffalo Gal's video, and then later on, you know, Jam Master Jay, he made it look so good, and sound so good, and after that it was it, you know, but that was kind of what made me. And then, you know, listening to the radio in California is like, I feel like I heard the best at the time when, in terms of, you know, cats cutting it up on the radio. Yeah, it didn't get, I don't care where you were on the world, it didn't get no louder than like hearing Joe Cooley and some of those cats just destroy some of those records, man. Like everything from, you know, Clear to Beatbox by Art of Noise. I mean Doubles, you know, of course. You know, and the beat goes on. You know, the beginning, just destroying that record. Tour de France, like I seen it go from you know, cardboard outside. You know, I was part of that. I had my piece of cardboard. You know, I did it. You know, to, you know, being able to do stuff like, you know, Jay Leno's show, and crazy stuff that I could really never imagine as far as myself, you know, but, you know, also where other people have taken it. I never thought I'd be doing this for a living, you know what I mean? I've always known or felt that I'd do it, but never known that I'd be doing it for a living, and it's still kind of like I'm just doing it. It's not really pressure that comes along with this thing. I mean, well, there's a story about how I haven't really had proper equipment till later on, like maybe 2000. I was always that guy that used to borrow a turntable, you know, or I'd have a makeshift type of setup, you know. But my first set of turntables, really, they weren't 1200s. My grandmother, rest in peace, bought me some Gemini turntables, the Pyramid Mixer. And I didn't like them too much because I couldn't really cut with my hand on top of the record, so I had to go old school and cut on the side of the record. But it was fun. It was my first set of turntables, and I loved them. But it wasn't no special story to them. I came from a pawn shop on Illinois, on 7 Mile, you know. Well, my father didn't think hip hop would be around too long, so he didn't think there was a future in it. He's a musician, so I understand, you know, where he was coming from. Unfortunately, yeah, hip hop is still around, but no one was ever opposed to it. My grandmother would always make jokes, like I could have been on Soul Train 1 week, following week she's like, "So when you gonna get a real job?" That's grandparents for you. I would always be like, "For real? Are you serious?" Like, so, but yeah, but nobody ever opposed. Of course, my mother didn't want me to be a musician. You know how it goes. But I became a musician. My first gig was with this artist named Davina on Loud Records. So professionally, since '97, I've been getting it in. And after that, it was Ozo Motley. And after that, it was Slum Village. Then after that, you know, I've been doing my own thing, putting on my Andrés records. I've been able to connect with young people, you know, ages 20 and things like that, you know, who respect me and enjoy me playing vinyl and stuff. And it's weird because, you know, a lot of times they count people out at a certain, with hip hop. They count, you know, of course I'm beyond hip hop, but within hip hop, you know, a lot of times they count people out after a certain age bracket. You know, we're not supposed to connect with the young people after a certain age group, and obviously that's not true. But that's the misconception, and that's a challenge that I think for a lot of other people. They might not know how to connect with the younger people, and I don't know what it is. It's just a blessing, like I said. I mean, to look out, to be at one of the shows, or have people come up to me and say, "Hey, I drove down, you know, 4 or 5, 6 hours from a whole other country to watch you play," and I'm 22, and you know, I buy vinyl and shit like that. That's like some real shit, man. That's real meaningful, and it feels like, wow, there's hope. You know what I'm saying? You feel like there's hope. It's not all lost. You know what I'm saying? There's still some young people that are gonna keep real music alive and stuff like that, and vinyl, which is the best way that you can hear music. You know, vinyl or tape. Well, you know, digital stuff is cool, but it's light in the ass, and sonically it's just not as good. It's just not. Like I said, you know, I know a lot of people that sit up and you know, I've seen a lot coming up from different eras. I've seen, you know, I was around, you know, when there wasn't an Eminem, you know what I mean? I've been around when, you know, people didn't know who JD was. You know, I was on the tour bus when I was with Motley, like, yo, check out my boy JD. His beats are ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? I remember, you know, taking house shoes to St. Andrews. You know what I'm saying? Turning them out. You know what I'm saying? Getting them hooked on, you know, blends. Like, we used to sit and get blowed and listen to blend tapes. I've seen a lot of eras, you know, Guilty. All the people just come up out of Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Whom I'm proud of. You know, up to the Apollo Browns. You know, it's important, man. It's important to connect with the young people, man. And a lot of times, at least in Detroit, man, there was a disconnection. With a generational disconnection. And you know, you got people that sit up, I don't like what's going on with the young people doing whatever, but you know, what are you doing to change that? You know what I'm saying? And as long as you can keep implementing certain, I don't even want to say ideas, but just keep stuff traditionally going, you know what I'm saying? Keep people on certain things, keep their mind on looking at things a certain way. You know, as long as other people come with different shit, that's fine. But as long as you got, you know, people doing the true shit over here, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for variety and people coming in with different styles and stuff. But the real shit has to remain through it all, some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? You know, just in the world, period. You know, the young people don't talk to the elder people anymore. They don't find out. They don't get the jewels. They don't get that knowledge. It's not passed down, so that's a big thing for me. You know, I'm pushing 40, so you know, for a young person to tell me that he's really into what I'm doing, or even paying me any mind, because he could really be listening to the little snot-nosed dude that rarely know what he's doing, but he got the hot song. I want people to remember that I was a cultural person. You know what I'm saying? I was a musical person. You know what I'm saying? My heart is in Hollywood. My heart is in hip hop. I'm a product of hip hop. Yet and still, it's way beyond hip hop with me. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about, you know, Cuban music. We're talking about Caribbean music, just period. You know, and all the different other genres. You know, the new wave. You know, people forget. You know, Bam, you know, was playing shit like, you know, Sex Pistols and all that different shit. You know, I come from Detroit where same shit. You know, Psychedelic Furs, B-52s, David Bowie, you know what I'm saying, Kraftwerk,